Hey up, me odes. It is King Rowie here, the king of craft beer, and it is time for a relatively new section. I mean, I have done, for those who haven't been following my meteoric rise to craft beer superstardom, might not realize when I very first started the channel, I always said I would never ever put supermarket beers on my channel because being, the king of craft beers and the creator of such amazing things such as Wingy Wednesdays and Beer Fit for a King, I always kind of thought, not that drinking supermarket beers were below me. I've never ever thought that. I've probably drank more Vocation Love and Hate than probably any other beer. So I'm not disputing that. Oh, what was that bloody lovely one that Cloudwater Brewdog used to do in those big bomber bottles? Mwah, delicious. So it's not about that. I always kind of thought beers that were in the supermarket sold well enough themselves, so they didn't really need pushing. So I never really wanted to put them on the channel. And then I saw Raggy getting 10,000 views for a bottle of Hobgoblin. So I thought, fuck them. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna do them then. I'm gonna do them as well. But obviously, I still want the channel to predominantly be a channel about the best beers that you can buy from bottle shops, from amazing breweries, as opposed to beers from the supermarket, as we famously refer to them in my wanky beer groups, shelf turds. So I have decided I'll probably do one a month, maybe once a fortnight, and it will be Shelf Turd Sunday, where we drink a supermarket shelf turd from an otherwise absolutely perfectly fine brewery. And so this latest bit of supermarket shithousery is from Vault City. Absolutely incredible brewery. I'd hate for people to think I have a problem with Vault City. I think their stouts, their Imperial Stouts, are probably some of the best in the country at the minute. They're everything that I want. They're really high ABV, they're really stupid, and they just taste like pudding. And, Vault City are an absolutely banging brewery. The only problem that I have with Vault City is they put all of their absolute sour bollocks in big 440ml cans, but when it comes to their far superior Imperial Stouts, they put them in little wimpy 330 cans, don't they? Boo hoo hoo. Why? I know why, obviously beer duty, but stop it. I want a big can. I've been through this, haven't we? I've done loads of videos about it. I go on about this in every single video that Vault City that I do about Vault City. But now that being the king of craft beer, this guy, it might actually start getting a bit more traction. So we'll see about that. And so fucking hell, 3 minutes in, and so we have got here the latest in the Vault City shelf turd arsenal, and this is the Gingerbread Latte Imperial Stout. This is 11%. I think this was £5.50 from my local Tesco, but this was in the buy three get one free type thing, or buy four pay for three. I don't know what it's called, but it was in that. So this is, pull my readers up. A smooth, full-bodied stout fit for the season, featuring chocolate malt, oats, and creamy vanilla for a luscious, velvety mouthfeel. Additions of brown sugar creates delicate sweetness, while subtle coffee notes meld with cozy, warming spices of cinnamon and ginger. Now, those are a lot of good flavours there, so that does sound delicious. It does sound a lot like the double deep fried gingerbread, still unopened. Their collaboration with Nerd Beer earlier on in the year, I think it was earlier on this year. It might have been last year. I can't really remember. There's probably a canned on date on there, isn't it? No, but still. And this was a 16%, and obviously, I've got a few Vault Cities here. I've got the double deep fried Caterpillar, which I'll be doing in my Christmas box. Double deep fried Mars bar, which obviously this king went to Vault City originally, not to brew, as obviously I am not a brewer. We have got two from Low Key, a barley wine and Imperial Stout. I've not had this yet, but the Casualty of Society is phenomenal. And the coconut cacao, which I actually forgot I had. So I will drink that at some point as well. So it's not that I have a problem with Vault City. I do love Vault City beers. But This has been no sort of flow to this video, has there? There's been no flow whatsoever. 5 minutes in, haven't even opened it yet. So we're going to get this opened as a special treat. We've got the Emperor's glass. I know a lot of you have missed it. A lot of people have asked where the Emperor's glass has been. It's been downstairs on the shelf. Do you know what I mean? Like, so on the shelf, like a shelf turd. But nothing turdy about this glass. It is the classic original Emperor's glass. So let's get that in there. Let's see what a £5.50 supermarket beer looks like. Like, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, £5.50 ale's meant to be cheap. Ale's meant to be cheap. I can get 20 bottles of Ruddles Best for that. Well, get it then. I don't care. The king of craft beer, not the Lord of Ruddles County. Be shit. But would still probably get more views than this channel. So let's have a little sniff, shall we? Well, there's tons of ginger. Does it contain lactose? I'm not too sure. Let's see, in bold. It does contain lactose, yeah. So, like, absolute bags of ginger. You can smell brown sugar as well. Not really getting any coffee. The vanilla's definitely there. But hey, it's Shelf Turd Sunday. So let's get it bloody slurped, shall we? Well, it's not going to surprise anybody at all. There's no way anyone's going to be off with the king's head for this. That is, without question, the best dark beer, craft beer available on the supermarket shelves at the minute. It definitely is. That's fantastic. It doesn't reach the dizzying heights of, I've got them all piled up there. It doesn't reach the dizzying heights of, say, obviously the Nerd Brewing collab, but let's be honest, was it ever going to? Well, no, it wasn't. It obviously wasn't. But I don't know why I said but there. There isn't a but. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's delicious, and I'm sure it'll be sold out in every single Tesco that you go to, probably for the duration of its run. I don't know if they're going to make many more of these. It is belting. I'm not. I can't question that. I've never had a bad dark beer from Vault City. Despite Damien trying his best by making all of them in Lafroig barrels. That is, of course, a jest, because Lafroig is the king of whiskies. I don't care what anybody says. But I need a little slurp of that. Tons of gingerbread, brown sugar. I'm just saying what's said on the back of the can, aren't I? I'm not getting any coffee. I'm not getting any coffee whatsoever in that. It is just a dessert in a can, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not one of these people. I don't believe that supermarket beers are a gateway to people buying beers from their bottle shops. I've never seen it. I do not believe that. I do not think anyone's going to pay £5.50 for that and then say the double deep fried gingerbread when that was out. I think that was maybe 10, 11 quid. I can't imagine anyone who'd pay £5.50 for that would be willing to pay for that. They just wouldn't. Like, and this shits that. This absolutely shits it. As delicious as that is, this absolutely. Well, shits it. I've just said it like 8 times, haven't I? So I refuse to believe that. I'm sure I had a point that I was going on, but I've just drank a double IPA, and I'm now moving on to an 11% Imperial Stout. But I'm sure a lot of you will probably be drinking this over Christmas, you know. It's got that Christmassy taste, or autumnal maybe. Yeah. I mean, this has been a dreadful video. This is probably up there as one of my worst. It's definitely my worst Shelf Turd Sunday. Being this is the first one. This is the first Shelf Turd Sunday, and this is the best that I could come up with. Is 10 minutes of talking absolute horsecock I've lost where I was going. I need to start making notes. Do you know what I mean? I always do, as you've probably noticed, I always do these in one take. Yeah, the most times I ever sort of like have to stop is at the beginning, because I'll sometimes mistime my A up meows, and this is shit. This is a shit video. Apologies if this is the first time you've ever seen my videos. It is marginally better than this normally, so you've got that to look forward to. But yeah, also all the points I wanted to raise about this beer being in the supermarkets I did in my last one, so just watch that one for the good quality content. Yeah, although I am gonna leave this one with a question that you know, and again, this isn't having a go at Vault City. I used to work at Neon Raptor, so I can completely understand why breweries go into supermarkets. I do. You know what I mean? Even though they only have got one in there, and Vault City have got many. But this leads to the questions that I'm wondering. I've never understood why any other brewery goes into the supermarket. Bottle shops instantly stop supporting them. Bottle shops are instantly like, oh, not all bottle shops, but they're like, oh, fuck these guys, the sellouts, the wankers, they've gone to the supermarket, race to the bottom, wankers, 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 wankers. Vault City do it, and have been doing it for a while. None of them give a shit. They instantly shut up about that. They're instantly just kind of like, well, you know, they're just doing what they've got to do to survive, don't they? It's like, right, what about when Neon went in? Well, sellout, they've set sellouts. Oh, are they? What about Vault City with their many, many, many beers, including an 11% Imperial Stout? Oh, Vault City though, they just can't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? And I don't get it. I'm not against it. I think we should support breweries. I think we should be supporting Vault City. And I think you know, if one brewery's in a supermarket, like Northern Monk, for instance, I don't get why people won't stock Northern Monk if they're in the supermarket, but then still continue stocking Vault City. I mean, I assume no one who owns or has any clue about beer watches this shit that I put out. But if you do, let me know in the comments, like why that is. You know, I just don't get it. Is there something I don't know about it? Like, you know, because I think I do. I think I'm relatively clued up, but that doesn't make any sense to me. This is a terrible video. I might re-watch this. I might have to go back to the shop and get another can of this. I might re-watch this in the morning and see just how bad this video actually is, because I think it's been pretty terrible. But still, king of craft beer, what are you gonna do? Watch a runner-up, honourable mention maybe. Yeah, can do. Support your beer tubes, obviously. I should. No, I'm not going to chug the rest of that. I'm going to play some Helldivers for a bit, because that's what the king of craft beer does. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. I very much doubt anybody is watching when we get to this part, to be fair. I imagine people turned off after 40 seconds, but which is fine. But yeah, take care of yourselves. If you did like this video, then you need to get your self-checked out because you're mental. But if you did like it, give me a like and a subscribe, and yeah, and I'll do Shelf-Said Sundays again in a couple of weeks. Pardon me, in a couple of weeks or something. I might have that love and hate I've already spoken about. But yeah, it's King Rowie here, signing off. That's all I do now. That's what the King Rowie character is. It's just me, but I'm wearing a crown. So yeah, it's not really a massive step for the channel, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, take care of yourselves in a bit. Yeah, bye. I didn't even manage to press stop there. Bye.